In 2018, I was binging every single night. I had no problem eating healthy all day. In fact, I loved eating healthy. It was never a chore. Some people would say, I don't know how you can eat super healthy. Eating healthy was never challenging for me. And during the day, it was actually easy for me to eat my nutritious foods, have my protein and vegetables. Like, that was never the problem. The evenings were always such a big challenge for me. I felt like something went off in my brain. Like, I was this motivated, determined person in the day, and then come the evening, I don't know what the heck and bob happened, but I just had no control around food. And sometimes it was binging. So sometimes it was just complete out of control, binging, like out-of-body experiences. And then sometimes it was full-on emotional eating. I had, a day where there was just a lot, or I got anxious and I didn't know how to process my emotions, so I would just use food to comfort me. Sometimes it would be, I would get home and I'd be so tired and I felt kind of guilty resting, and I felt like I've always hated watching TV. Like, I literally cannot stand it. The only shows I watch are like Bachelor and Bachelor in Paradise and Love is Blind. Like, those are like the only shows I watch. I cannot stand watching TV. And so after a long day of work, a lot of the times I would be like, I don't want to watch TV, but I also literally do not have the capacity to do anything else. Like, even taking a bath, I'm like, I'm going to fall asleep. Like, I don't have the capacity to really do much, because I would just like work all day. And like, thinking about like cleaning or like doing something like productive, I literally just did not have the capacity to do that. So if I got home, let's say at 8 o'clock or 7 o'clock, I wouldn't go to bed obviously that early. So I still had a few hours. So sometimes I would eat at night out of pure boredom and just to like fill the time. I had a hard time resting. So it was like, well, if you're not going to do anything else, like, obviously I don't want to be on my phone. I don't want to be scrolling on TikTok or social media this whole time. So let me just go into the pantry and let me just go eat to fill up my time. And so there were so many different variations of my eating at night. Sometimes it was out of control binging. Sometimes it was just like complete self-soothing. Sometimes it was just boredom eating. Sometimes it was habitual, where it would be like, I'd be on the couch and I'm like, I'm not even hungry. And I would just all of a sudden go into the pantry and just start having a snack. So you can probably resonate with so many of that. And the reason why this happens a lot is when you try to not eat at night, you literally binge more at night. This is how it goes. I used to tell myself I couldn't eat at night. And so I would overeat at dinner time, and then I would feel literally so full, so bloated. This happened to me so many times where I would be done my dinner, but I would have a massive dinner, because in the back of my head, I knew that, like, technically the rule in my head was no more eating after dinner. So of course I was going to have this massive, huge dinner, because there was so much scarcity of, you can't eat afterwards. So you better fill up. You don't want to get hungry. And if many of you guys have struggled with restriction in the past, there's so much fear of like, I don't want to get hungry. Like, I don't want to feel hungry later on. So like, I'm going to have a really big dinner to make sure that I could, kind of sustain myself. Right. And this happened so many times, even when I had to, even fast for like getting blood work done. Let's say it was like the next morning, I would eat so much the night before, because like feeling hungry was such a crappy feeling dieting. And I was like, I don't want that to happen. So I'm going to just eat so much the day before, because I don't want to be hungry during the fast. Like, there's so many different things that go on in your brain. And this is why I always talk about rewiring your brain. And so if you're telling yourself, do not eat at night, you are going to eat more at night. Like, that's just what ends up happening, because you're going to feel full and bloated from your dinner. And when you feel full and when you feel bloated, those are like the most triggering times to binge. Always. I would be literally at my desk at work, and I'd be finishing up my dinner, and again, going back to I enjoyed eating healthy, so I would pack these healthy meals. And the healthy meals were good, but it was like I would be full from my dinner, but I wanted something else. And so I knew, literally finishing the last little bit of my meal, I knew I was literally going to burst out of my pants. Like I was so overly full, but then there was a part of me that was like already thinking about what I was going to binge on later on that night. I already was planning what I was going to binge on when I got home, because I'm like, oh, well, I'm already bloated. I'm already full. So, this is the perfect opportunity. You know, those like, what are they called? Coconut clusters that you never allow yourself to have, and they always bloat you. Well, you know what? Go home and have that, because you're already bloated. And it always would trigger a binge. So that was one reason. Number two, like I talked about, I enjoyed eating healthy, but I didn't recognize that I was mistakenly dismissing my cravings. And so right now, you're binging at night because you're trying to do so good during the day, and you're trying to say no to your cravings, thinking that that's good, when what that actually doing is backfiring. You're restricting in the day and then binging in the evening. I see this all the time, right? You had this desire to, maybe you did pack your lunch, but then you're forcing yourself, well, you got to have the packed meals because you already spent so much time packing the meals, and these are healthy, and there's protein, and there's vegetables, and like you need to eat your healthy packed meals. But what you really want is that sandwich from the place across the road, but you're like, no, you're not allowed to have that. And so you force yourself to have the lunch that you prepped. And again, even though you enjoy eating healthy, you're like, this meal is good. It's not what you really wanted. You wanted the sandwich across the road, or maybe you were like, this meal is really good. Maybe it is chicken and vegetables and sweet potatoes, and you love that. I like, that's one of my favorite meals. I love that. But you know, it would have been so much better if you had maybe like so a snack on the side, or if you're anything like me, like I love something sweet, and you would have been so much more satisfied if maybe on the side you had like dates and peanut butter, or you had some dark chocolate with you, or you had a cookie with you. Like, you know that you would feel so much more satisfied if you actually allowed yourself to have something like that during the day. But I guarantee you right now, you're thinking that you're not allowed to do that. You're thinking to yourself, there's no way I can do that during the day because that's going to get me off track. And like, I normally don't do that. So there's no way I can do that. But that is exactly why you are binging at night. You can enjoy eating healthy, but there's a very clear difference between eating healthy and never allowing yourself to have any of these like sweet foods during the day. And there's also, eating healthy, but yeah, enjoying some chocolate midday so that you don't binge on it all later on at night. Like, that's actually healthy. If you truly want to be healthy, you would not be depriving yourself all day and binging on at night. That is actually extremely unhealthy. So these are reasons why, you're binging in the evening. And what ends up happening is when you are so full from how much you've eaten the night before, you wake up still full, still bloated from how much you've eaten, and then you feel so confused on how to eat the next day. You're like, I know I need to eat, but I'm still full. So you're like, do I have breakfast? Do I not have breakfast? I probably should have breakfast, but I literally am so full. I don't even want to think about anything, but you know that you don't want another binge to happen. And I'm sure you probably really enjoy working out, but binging at night does impact your energy. It does impact your workouts. I remember, because I'm like a morning workout person, I love working out in the morning. It's just my jam. And working out is so easy for me. And I know that you enjoy working out as well too. But when you're waking up feeling like your whole body is swollen, I couldn't even put leggings on. Like, that's how full, that's how bloated I was. And as much as I wanted to go and work out, it's like I literally just felt like a whale. Like, I had no energy. I felt disgusting. I did not even want to put workout clothes on. I didn't want to even be seen by anyone. And so that is also backfiring, and that can also lead to just feelings of frustration, right? It's like, oh my gosh, I skipped my workout and oh, well, because I didn't work out, then I should probably restrict myself today. But again, that can actually lead into another binge. And so these are all different reasons why, you're binging in the evening and how it's actually causing more binges. And the reality is if you want to stop your nighttime binging, you need to honor your cravings throughout the day. You need to be honoring your hunger throughout the day. Not, oh, I'm going to just wait a few more hours, or I don't want to eat in front of my coworkers, so I'm just going to not eat and then get in my car and then as soon as I get home, eat everything. You need to actually allow yourself to have what it is that you want during the day. I used to bring chocolate with me to work and enjoyed some for a snack or even with my lunch or after my lunch. You need to work on your relationship with rest. Because again, if you're coming home in the evening and you have downtime, but you don't know what to do with yourself because you're like, I need to do something productive. I'm not going to just sit here and I don't want to scroll on my phone and I don't want to just watch crappy TV. What do? I feel like I'm literally wasting my life away. Those were the thoughts in my mind. I'm like, I'm just wasting time. And so if you don't know what else to do, of course you're going to eat because you're like, I have to fill the time. And you're seeing eating as more productive than just chilling. And it's not. It's not at all. You're going to have to stop seeing eating at night as bad. You're going to have to allow yourself to eat a snack in the evening if you want one and rewire your brain around that. Rewiring your brain around thinking that, eating at night is bad. You need to actually build up trust around all different foods so that you don't just get into the mentality of, oh, well, because it's the evening and I'm doing something wrong, then I'm just going to go allow myself to have all of the foods that I never allow myself to have during the day and well, screw it. Right? These are all things you're going to have to work through. It requires you ending nighttime binging. Again, whether it's binging, emotional eating, habitual snacking, regardless, you have to get rid of your urges so they don't pop up at night. You also have to process your emotions, right? So that you're not coming home overwhelmed, stressed, you don't know what to do, so then you self-soothe. Again, you got to build up that trust. And again, stop seeing eating at night as bad. Now, when you do this, the best part, when you actually do this, you will be able to enjoy a snack in the evening if you want one. There will be times where it's the evening time, you had a really satisfying dinner because now you're going to be having more satisfying meals throughout the day. And as a result, sometimes you'll finish your dinner and you literally don't even want anything. You're like, I'm good. You're not even overly full. You just feel so content. You feel so satisfied. You can move on with your night. You can cuddle up with your partner. You can watch Netflix if that's your thing. You can go for a beautiful walk. You can do whatever you want, but food's not on your mind. You literally don't even have the desire to snack. And it's not even like you're restricting yourself. You just don't feel the desire to snack. That will happen sometimes. What will also happen sometimes when you rewire your brain to stop nighttime binging and habitual snacking is you're like, yeah, I actually do want something. But when you do have a snack, number one, you're not going to feel bad about it. Number two, you're going to be able to effortlessly stop when you're full so that you can actually go to bed feeling satisfied, not overly full. It is the greatest feeling in the freaking world to jump into bed not being hungry because, oh, let me just brush my teeth and go to bed early so that I don't snack. No, you're actually going to go to bed feeling so satisfied. You're not hungry. You're not overly full. You're just so content. You're so satisfied. And you're literally staring up at the ceiling with this biggest smile on your face. You're like, I did it. I didn't binge tonight. I didn't overeat tonight. I didn't self-soothe with food tonight because I'm rewiring my brain. It is the greatest feeling in the world. And you're not going to have the desire to self-soothe with food because you're going to have so much joy in your life. I'm going to teach you how to have more pleasure, more joy. This is one of the biggest things that I help my clients with, having more joy, having more pleasure in your life so that come the end of the day, you're not looking forward only to those last, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, an hour that you get before bed to just self-soothe with food. That's not actually what you want. You actually want to relax. You actually want to unwind in the evening. when I ask my clients, like, why are you binging at night? And they're like, well, I just want to unwind. Like, I need to reward myself. And I'm going to help you find other ways to reward yourself and actually unwind, because the truth is, when you are numbed out and you're in autopilot mode, you're eating when you're not hungry, and you're doing things with food that don't feel like you, that's not unwinding. That's not rewarding yourself. That's self-sabotage. And so this is why I created Break the Late Night Binge, so that you can completely stop your binging, emotional eating, self-soothing, and habitual snacking late at night when you know that you're not hungry. You're going to learn how to actually enjoy a snack in the evening when you want one, while effortlessly stopping when you're full. So like I said, you can go to bed feeling super satisfied, not overly full. You're going to learn how to add more pleasure in your life, so you don't have the desire to falsely get it through food late at night, again, when you know you're not hungry. You're going to learn how to actually process your emotions after a long day of work. So regardless if you're stressed, you're overwhelmed, you're anxious, you do not self-soothe with food late at night. You're also going to have a better relationship with rest. Better relationship with rest, whether you're a people pleaser and you just go, and you feel like I'm wasting my time if I just relax or take time for me. Like, I'm going to help rewire your mindset around this. I've helped so many clients with this, especially a lot of clients come to work with me who struggle with nighttime binging, because they know that I have past experience with nighttime binging, and I have been able to completely end my nighttime binging. Now I could be home alone, even late at night, have no desire to binge. I could have a snack in the evening. I shared the other night, I had some chocolate chip pancakes with my husband while watching The Bachelor at, I think it was like 9 o'clock at night, and I did not feel overly full. I stopped when I was full, and I'm just so in tune with my body. This is what I want to help you with. I'm also going to help you release FOMO. I was working with one of my clients, and she said, sometimes I'm not even hungry, but if my partner pulls out a snack, I sometimes feel like, well, I want to be able to have a snack as well too. And the reality is, you can have a snack in the evening, but the way that I'm going to be able to help you is you can have a snack, have a decent portion, and move on with your night. Not, oh, well, because I'm already messing up and like it's 8 o'clock and I told myself I was not going to eat after 7 o'clock, so screw this, I'm just going to end up binging. You're not going to get into the all or nothing mentality. You're going to be able to have a snack late at night when you want one, effortlessly stop when you're full, and also you're going to feel literally so satisfied because you're honoring your cravings throughout the day. You're having more satisfying meals throughout the day, and you have no desire to binge and emotionally self-soothe with food late at night. This program is going to change everything for you, because once you tackle your nighttime binging, you're going to wake up with so much energy. You're going to crush your workouts. You're going to be so much more productive. You're going to feel better in your own skin. You're going to wake up with less anxiety, and everything is going to change for you. So I am so excited about this program. If you would like the details, if you know I eat healthy all day, and then it's just the freaking evenings after dinner, you need to be inside of this program. You need to be inside of this program, because this is exactly who I created this program for, you. I know that you eat healthy all day, and then after dinner, it's like you throw it all out the window. I don't want that for you anymore. I want you to be consistent. I want you to feel so good during the day, continue eating your healthy, nourishing meals, while also feeling amazing, going to sleep as well too, and then waking up with so much energy. So if you feel called, you can message me to get inside this program. I'll share all the details with you. Just message me, Break the Late Night Binge. That's all you got to do. Just DM me, Break the Late Night Binge, and I will go ahead and send you all the details. This is going to be a revolutionary program. This is going to help you stop binging, emotional eating, self-soothing with food late at night. You're going to skyrocket your confidence. You're going to feel better in your own skin. You're actually going to look forward to sexy time, because you're not going to bed pretending like you're super tired when you actually just don't want to be intimate because you're uncomfortable and you ate so much. This is going to change the game for you. So message me, Break the Late Night Binge. I'll send you all the details. I cannot freaking wait for this program to start. It's going to change everything for you, and I will see you inside.